Hey guys, so this is a pretty big day for me personally. Remember, this is our 57 Aljo. We've got it mocked up in our garage so we can start placing kitchen cabinets and benches for the dinette, but primarily so that I could run the electrical and test everything before we got it all mounted to the camper. So I started with 30 amp box and then went from there. First, let me thank Rob the Rebuilder and Larry from Mobile Tech, because I watch their videos over and over and over, and I'm grateful. And also Trailer Trash to Treasure. So anyway, I was waiting for this cord to come from Amazon because I can't find them locally. That's my 30 amp with the special. But basically all I did, as you can see, is I temporarily mounted the exterior plug to the frame, have it grounded. Of course, we have our adapter here for 110 coming out of the house, and then our new cord, which will go with the camper when we sell it. But come up to the 30 amp breaker. I have two, in this case, I have two 20 amp breakers. And the way I've wired the camper, the left side of the camper, or the kitchen side, is on one breaker, and then the door side is on the other. Just happened the way it worked out. It helped my brain wire it correctly. And temporarily, of course, I've got this Romex going over the top for these plugs. All right, so I tested it already, so it's not super dramatic, but turn on the breaker. In the first 10 minutes, I just sat here with the fire extinguisher to make sure everything was gonna work well. No breakers popped, no sizzling, all the things you worry about. And then I don't have my tool handy, but basically the exciting part of the day was coming over to this vent. This came with the camper. It had a little lampshade on it. We inverted it, cleaned it up, replaced all the electrical inside, and then made these lampshades out of just strips of aluminum. I have warm yellow LED lights in here to give it that vintage look rather than a cold white you might see with a typical LED. And how cool is that? First of all, you'd have to know I am not the most proficient when it comes to electricity. I'm comfortable with carpentry. Frankly, I'm just nervous about electricity. It's really nothing more than that. Here we go. Again, I've already tested this. Hard to tell in this light, but it's working. That's going to be back here by the bed, which we're going to turn to a banquette. We have our plugs here with the USB for phones. We thought that'd be convenient by the bed. This plug will actually be for the refrigerator, which is going to go in this spot. Air conditioner goes down here, so I have a plug there. They're all working. I've already plugged in and tested. Everything's working well. This light switch goes to the exterior porch light, and I'm super excited about that. That's the first time I've ever wired a switch for a plug, and turned out great. Again, just lots of videos online of how to do things and watch them over and over and over. So I'm really excited about this. It's going to have kind of a mason jar cover on it, and obviously they'll remove that and the bulb when they travel and then put it back on when they get to the campsite. I'll make a temporary kind of a plug for that for traveling. But anyway, that's the update on the electrical. I just wanted to show you guys. Finished it last night, tested it this morning, and I am really excited. So it's really coming along, the camper in general. Everything's working as it should, and I'm excited for this to be our first canned ham. Again, we've done a bunch of pop-ups, but so now I've moved on to plumbing. I'm going to run the hose. I'm using just a flexible hose for the plumbing there. And that will run over the wheel well under the cabinet to this spot, which that water tank will ultimately live. This is the original hand pump. I cleaned it up, tested it last night, and it works. Guys, this thing is 40-something years old. No, wait, 50 years old. And I want to show you, look at the condition. The original label is still on there. The original price sticker is still on there. And by the way, it cost $17 back in the 50s. But it works. And that's the kind of thing that keeps me excited about these projects, when you can find original parts and reuse them. Going to, sorry for the camera work, I'm going to clean the faucet up. Obviously this will ultimately end up here, original sink, and this will go just basically straight out of the wall into the inlet for the shore water. But I've got to clean this up still. It needs a little tarnishing. It's tarnished, so it needs a little cleaning. But anyway, that's another video. I just wanted to show you where we are with the electrical.